All right, we are live with the Tuttle Huddle here on a Friday afternoon. Hello to everybody. I'm just going to wait here and see how many people kind of come in here for the next 60 seconds or so. Just see if we can get some viewers to come on in. I see we do have people coming in here, so I'm just going to type in the chat if you're joining me in here in the live feed. Go ahead and say hello in the chat. That'll help me to know who's in here and everything like that. Let me type that in. Yeah, so say hello if you're joining us for the live feed. All right. Well, we'll get into a couple of events here. I'm going to go through a couple things today, talk about some events we're going to have coming up, talk about some of the requirements and things we're going to be doing for the final test and graduation. That's going to be coming up here as well. Talk about some other events we got going on, some parties and things like that we're going to be having. So it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. And as always, during this live feed, if you want to join in with us and, type in anything in the chat, ask any questions or anything like that, please do so. This is one of the reasons why we're doing this live, is so that we can do this kind of so that, you can ask questions and we can go through some things and all that. So I hope the feed is going along here pretty good. If any of the Academy staff or instructors are in here right now, if you could kind of send me a message or something, tell me if this feed is going good, that would be great. Hopefully the picture quality and everything like that is going good. So I'm going to get into a couple of events and start announcing some stuff. And as we're going through, if people join in and if you want to ask any questions, just type it into the chat. And I promise I'll scroll through and, I'll scroll through and answer the questions, even if I'm in the middle of something, talking about something at that moment. Don't worry, I'll scroll through and get to them. Okay. I see Mr. Clark says you're in the house and it's running smooth. Okay. Is that a colloquial term? You're in the house, like in the room? Or are you actually in your house? Because I think he meant the colloquial term. All right. So let's go through a couple things. We've got coming up red and black belts. We're going to have a pre-test coming up this Saturday. Okay, this Saturday, tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. here at our Canandaigua campus. Okay, so here at our Canandaigua campus, 10:30 a.m. We're going to start 10:30. Come about 10 minutes early is good, okay? You're going to need to make sure you bring boards, okay? And know, for instance, at what belt level you're at, how many board breaks you're going to be doing, right? Mr. Clark said, it's a saying. Right, I got it. I was pulling your chain well. All right, so we're going to, you got to make sure that you know for your belt level, right, how many boards you need to bring. So for instance, if you're a red belt, right, a red belt second grade, you're going to do 4 board breaks, right? 4 board breaks, 2 boards each. That means you need to bring at least 8 boards, okay? You need to make sure you bring at least 8 boards. So just make sure that you know what your requirements are for your belt level and bring that many boards, okay? Don't be stuck without enough boards, right? That's not going to work out. All right, so please make sure you do that. Okay. Also, there's no need to bring sparring gear. Okay, we're not going to do any sparring or any contact whatsoever during this pre-test. Okay, we're going to maintain all of the protocols that we've been doing for in-person classes. We're going to maintain those protocols for this pre-test. So we're not going to be doing any kind of contact or anything like that. So please bring your staff. Okay, bring your staff. And we are going to go through staff forms and things like that. But there is no need to go and bring sparring gear or any of that kind of thing. Okay, bring your boards, bring your staff, obviously you should be wearing your uniform. Okay, have your uniform on, belt on, all that kind of stuff when you come to the academy. Okay, again, please no changing here. And if you do need to use the restroom, by all means, we can, we're going to try to only do it for emergency purposes, okay? So that is the red and black belt pretest. Again, tomorrow, okay, at 10:30 a.m. here at our Canandaigua campus. Okay, that is tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. here at our Canandaigua campus, okay? Then also we have the final test, okay, for brown belts and below, final test for brown belts and below in preparation for the next graduation. That will be on Saturday the 18th. Okay, so that is next Saturday, Saturday the 18th. An academy staff member will be calling you to schedule your time. And it's important that when the academy staff member does call you, please try to write down what time you are scheduled for. Okay, and let us know right then if for some reason you cannot make that time or some sort of issue. Please let us know. We can work some things out. It's much easier to do that though the earlier you tell us, right? So, for instance, as soon as we call you, right? Please, tell us right away if you can. Any kind of conflict like that, we'll try to work that out with you. Okay, the final test. Right, we anticipate for each group will run approximately 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, so we'll have assigned groups. Okay, so that we're not going over the number of people that we're allowed to have in the facility. And for right now, all of the testing, the final test, will be done here at our Canandaigua campus. Okay, Saturday the 18th. Okay, that is for Victor and Canandaigua students. Okay, Victor and Canandaigua students. Okay, the academy staff member is going to be giving you a call. They'll schedule your time. The same is true with the graduation. So the graduation is scheduled to be held on Saturday, July 25th. Okay, Saturday, July 25th. Okay, again, we will have staggered start times for each group, and so that we can ensure social distancing and things like that. We're also going to ask that you bring, that each student bring no more than 3 spectators with them at a time, okay? That's to ensure that we don't have, more, let me rephrase that, I'm sorry. Each student should bring no more than 2 spectators, okay? So the student plus 2 spectators makes 3 people, okay? 3 people at a time for that person, okay? So let's say I'm going to go to graduation, okay? I'm super pumped. I got my 3 black stripes. I'm ready to go, okay? I can bring 2 family members or spectators along with me, okay, for the graduation, okay? That's not our rules, okay? That is the state rule. So we're going to try to work with that as best we can. And we understand that, for some of you, you got a large family, you got a lot of people who may want to come watch. I totally understand. We're going to try to set it up so that you can take some really high quality video. So you bring your smartphone, and we'll try to set it up so that we'll make it so you can take some good video and all that. So we're going to try to do that as best we can, okay? So that's coming up on Saturday, July 25th, okay? It's the 3rd graduation. Then we also have coming up, okay? Something really exciting that we got coming up here soon is Miss Jasmine, as many of you may know. Miss Jasmine, unfortunately for her, but unfortunately for us, she's going to be going away to Central Florida University here coming up in August, right? So we are going to have a graduation and farewell celebration, okay, for Miss Jasmine Pickwick. It's going to be on Sunday, July 26th. So that's the day after the graduation, okay? Sunday, July 26th, here at our USA Masters Academy Canandaigua campus, okay? It's going to be for Those who are 12 years old and under, we're going to have 3:30 to 5 o'clock. Okay, 3:30 to 5 o'clock. For teenagers and adults, it'll be 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. That's so we can maintain social distancing and all of that. We ask you to please RSVP by July 22nd. Okay, July 22nd. You can RSVP with an Academy staff member. Hi, Millicent, by the way. Where you can RSVP with an Academy staff member, okay, anytime before July 22nd, okay? Let us know if you're going to be coming. That'll help us to plan. It'll help us to be able to know, obviously how many chairs, things like that, right? We're just going to really need to know ahead of time because of the social distancing guidelines and things like that. And please bring a swimsuit or clothing that you can get wet in, okay? There's going to be some fun stuff going on. So please, if you'd like to come with us, bring a swimsuit or something like that. If you'd like to get wet, it's going to be a good party, and that's going to be again on Sunday, July 26th. Okay, Sunday, July 26th. Okay, we're inviting especially all these students from the Victor campus. Everybody. I mean, obviously, everybody from all the campuses is invited, but. Come and say farewell to Miss Jasmine. It's not like she's leaving forever, but, she is going to be going away and going on to bigger, brighter things, hopefully doing some awesome stuff at Central Florida University. So that's going to be great. So please make sure that you guys RSVP with an Academy staff member by the 22nd, okay, by the 22nd. All right, let me see who's in the room here. Oh, we got some people. Awesome. Okay, excellent. Okay, so I've got a couple more things I wanted to go through. Okay, one, it's been awesome having everybody, join us for in-person classes this week. It's been great. I think, like me, a lot of people have said, "Wow, it feels so good to be back and back into training." So we really appreciate everybody. Being part of that. And we have started to do some of the private lessons for those that are recipients of the special appreciation package. I know some people have asked about the workshop we talked about with the special appreciation package. That is going to be scheduled to come on up here soon as well. Okay, so look for that. Information is going to be coming out soon. As well as we did say we're going to have a special gift for everybody. That's going to be coming out here soon too. Not ready to announce that quite yet, but we'll be coming out with that here very soon. So you guys hang tight and all that kind of stuff. But we have started to do some of the private lessons with some of the students, which has been great. And I think one of the things that some of the instructors we've been talking about with some of the students coming in for private lessons is this. If you're coming in and you're going to be doing a private lesson with an instructor, right? Let's say you're scheduled at at 6:30 on a Wednesday, right? And 6:30 on a Wednesday, you're scheduled to come in, to do a private lesson. I'm going to ask you to do this, and please help the instructor, right? And remember that a private lesson is your lesson, right? It's meant to be a lesson for you. And so we'd ask you to actually come into that lesson. Unlike a regular class where the instructor has a lesson plan, we'd ask you to come in with a plan for a private lesson. We'd like you to tell us, what is the thing that you feel you need the most work on, okay? Now, the instructor may also have some thoughts. For instance, if you're somebody who's getting ready to go to the graduation that we just talked about, obviously the instructor is going to have some thoughts and really want to help you to get ready for that graduation. And obviously, right, we're going to work with you on that. But also come into that private lesson with something maybe you'd like to work on or you've had questions on. That's a great opportunity because you've got an instructor right there to ask them that question that you've always wanted to ask about a certain form or steps form or something like that. So come into your private lesson with some sort of plan, and say, I'd really like to work on this. I'd really think this would be the best thing for me to work on today. That's great. In fact, the instructors really, really want you to do that, right? So try to come into it with a plan. I would say if your lesson's at 6:30 on a Wednesday, at 6:20 on Wednesday, don't be trying to scratch your head and think about what you want to do. Think of it well ahead of time, even the day before, right? So on Tuesday night, maybe as you're sitting there and you're laying there trying to go to sleep or what have you, think about what you would like to work on. Or if, it's your young daughter or your son that's coming in for that private lesson, you're a parent and you're going to be bringing them that next day, think about what you'd like that instructor to work on with your child. Maybe you've noticed something at home or in their home practice that you feel like, wow, man, they really seem to struggle at that. It'd probably be best to tell the instructor that so that we can work on it with them, okay? So, please try to come into your private lessons with a plan, okay? And remember, too, as we're doing this, right, and many of you guys who are recipients of the Special Appreciation Package, we're really excited to do these private lessons with you. And the ones I've done this week have been great. I mean, really fun. And, we're really excited to do this. And something that we're looking at is going forward, leaving time in our schedule, leaving time in our class schedule for private lessons. And, down the road, if you'd like to purchase a package of private lessons, like we did with the virtual private lessons in Zoom, we're going to have that availability for you, right? So that, it gives you another opportunity. One, I think for certain things, sometimes students like to learn something individually, right? And it just helps them better. That's good. But also, too, I know, and something that we've seen going through this for many years is we know that there are students that do different activities once in a while. So let's just give you an example. And this is an example I'd like to give you, right? Let's say you're somebody, you're a student, your son or daughter is somebody who does baseball, let's say, and during the baseball season, you're still coming from martial arts class to maintain your martial arts skills, but also to further your baseball, right? To keep your physical fitness up and do all those kind of things. That's great. But sometimes, during that season, it can be harder to, make that third class in the week or to really, hammer in on your home training and all that. It could be a little bit difficult. Well, maybe after that season, it would be a good opportunity for you now, especially if we're going to be leaving some time in our scheduling and offering packages of private lessons for students. Maybe you schedule after the baseball season ends for your student to come in and do some private lessons with an instructor to try to, of course, maintain those skills and to, up their ability to recall information when they're coming back to class, right? So that's something that I think is really exciting. We're really to try to offer to all of our students here going forward. Okay, so look for more information on that as we go forward. Okay, another of classes here on YouTube. Okay, and we've been posting them this week, and we're going to be trying some different things. I know some of when we've been posting it. We posted one video. I think it ended up because we posted it before this, but when you're posting a video on YouTube, it takes a while for it to upload, and then they process air quotes, they process the video. So sometimes we might upload it and then it doesn't actually hit our YouTube channel until 10:30 at night. Right, so we're experimenting with some different things of uploading the videos, different video formats and qualities, and HD versus SD, some different things. So you may notice some of the videos may be a little off schedule or things like that for the next week or two. That's just us trying to find the best way to do this for you guys. So if you are somebody that's doing the classes right, YouTube replay, be a little patient with us. We're working out, how to best do it. And one of the ways we may do it is actually next week. Some of the classes we may do live. Okay, we may do live here on YouTube. Okay, and then upload it afterwards via that recording of that live feed. So we're going to experiment with a couple different ways of doing that. So just kind of as you're going through here, if you're somebody who's doing classes that way and you're like, well, last week you posted the video on Monday, this week it's on Tuesday, please bear with us. Some of that has to do with what we're doing to try to make it the best experience possible, right? So that's going to be going on through next week. And as always, if you are somebody who is taking the YouTube classes for class credit, please try if you can, to email the Academy, or you can text the Academy number, the mainline number, which is 585-394-7240. okay, you can text that number. Say, this is so-and-so, took the class replay via YouTube on this day, this time. And we'll happily make sure that we put that onto your attendance card, okay? I see we've got a couple more viewers in here in the live feed, and I've only got about, I'm gonna be going here for another 8 minutes or so, so try to, if you would like to get in on this live feed, okay, please do so now, okay? And you can type in any questions or anything like that. So another thing that I'd like to bring up here, and hopefully anybody who's got any issues, by the way, on that live using the YouTube replays for class credit, give us a call if you've got any kind of issues or anything like that. Give the Academy a call. We'll work on it, okay? Also, okay, coming up here, we're going to be coming out with next week a tentative calendar of events, and probably later next week. I might even debut it here on the Tuttle Huddle Live next week. We're going to be coming out with a tentative calendar of events that'll go through September with some of our other events, including graduations for the Corning Painted Post Campus, some things like that. Right away, okay, that calendar of events that we come out with is going to be highly tentative, right? And I hope you guys know why, because as we're going through here and scheduling things, there's lots of varying things from the state in terms of what we're allowed to do, how many people, the occupancy of a building, things like that. Obviously, with a graduation being held in our Corning Painted Post campus, because of the lower number of occupancy of that building, we're going to have to work some things out there. So just know and please understand that we're working the best we can to make sure we schedule these things and get it out to you as soon as possible for your own planning. But a lot of that schedule, especially that calendar that'll come up, with events through September, that calendar is highly tentative, right? It's highly tentative. You've got to kind of take it, for lack of a better way of putting it, maybe with a little bit of a grain of salt. And you've got to make sure you kind of do that, okay? So please, if you'd like to, post on the live feed here any questions or anything like that, please do that, because I see my timer here. I'm kind of running low. I plan all of these live feeds, by the way, are going to go approximately 30 minutes, right? So I'm going to go 30 minutes, right? Keep it kind of down. I don't want long of a video, because if somebody's tuning in afterwards and just watching the replay, I want them to be able to scroll through it quickly enough to get some of the events and things like that. So we're going to go about 30 minutes on these Tuttle Huddle Live. So if you'd like to get in on it, please do. Okay, I did have a question submitted to me ahead of time in an email, and it pertained to the red and black belt pre-test. Okay, somebody asked me about the physical fitness requirements for the red and black belt pre-test. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to schedule the physical fitness requirements, or the physical fitness, the run time. Okay, we're going to schedule that with you individually. Okay, we're going to schedule those so that you can do it with the instructor, and try to get that done, obviously without a large group there and things like that. Okay, and then at Power Camp, if you have not done that time, or if you didn't make your time before, maybe you did with an instructor or something like that and didn't make your run time and you need to do it again, we'll do it at Power Camp, pre-Power Camp start time. Okay, by the way, the Power Camp is coming up on the 19th. That's Sunday the 19th. And that will be at our Victor campus, okay? Sunday the 19th at our Victor campus. So, if you're going to do the run with an instructor, we're going to schedule that with you, okay, individually, or maybe with one other person or something like that, okay? So, at the pre-test here coming up tomorrow, we'll make sure we'll go through and talk to everybody who needs to do a run for their requirements. And we'll talk about that with you individually, set up that time, talk about all that requirement there, okay? So red belts, remember red belts red belts going to senior red. Okay, you're not required to do the physical fitness test. Okay? You're not required to do the run, any of those things. Okay, so the red belts that are preparing here for the test really focus on your technical requirements, right? Your forms, your step sparring, okay, all of those kind of things, right? That's really important that you focus on, okay? Don't worry too much about any of the other, the physical fitness stuff, okay? All right. I think we're going to be ending the Tuttle Huddle here in a second. If you got any last minute questions or anything like that, please don't hesitate. Type it in, and if for some reason, if I missed it or you're not showing up in the live feed or you're having difficulty getting it in there, you can always contact the Academy at our Academy mainline number at area code 585-394-7240. Okay, you can call or text that number. Okay, guys? All right. It's been awesome having everybody here on the first Tuttle Huddle Live. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. If you need anything, again, please don't hesitate to contact us. All right? Ladies and gents, enjoy your weekend. Have a great night. It was awesome to get everybody in in-person classes this week. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.